is based on Stark Industries devices.
Alright, so now we have in episode 3 the appearance of Iron Man. Now, despite the fact that this character is level 12, this is my first time playing as Iron Man. I bought this figure off of eBay, so he already had some preloaded data. I'm not going to reset it or anything. I'm just going to go ahead and use it. You know, it's a little overpowered. That sort of makes sense for this Ultimate Spider-Man universe.
An important Oz Corp scientist is missing. He had key intel on the clone symbiotes. Get to his computer in this lab and upload his files to S.H.I.E.L.D. And watch out.
Now, you'll notice that I'm using one of the power discs that works with Disney Infinity characters here. This is the, I think, the arc reactor power disc. And if you use it on Iron Man, it will change his costume from, you know, sort of the standard Iron Man suit, I think the Mark 7 from the first Avengers movie,
You're regretting ever getting out of bed this morning.
to a more Iron Man 3 looking suit. And I just happen to like this one better. So it's, whenever I play as Iron Man, 90% of the time I'm thinking that you're going to see this suit, but you can see we're still out there shooting the symbiotes. So, how do I explain the Ultimate Spider-Man playset universe without going into the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon? Well, in my fan canon or fanon, this is what's happened to New York in the aftermath of Captain America: Civil War. So, with most of the Avengers having sort of run off, or at least disassociated, Tony Stark has to rebuild the team from scratch here in the city. He basically decides to do it with a bunch of these young recruits, which is the reason that we run into people like Luke Cage, White Tiger, and eventually, Spider-Man and Iron Fist and those guys. They're basically part of the replacement team that Tony's trying to build to replace the fact that the Avengers are currently on hiatus, broken up a little bit, and that's why they can't play in the in this playset. So now we are back in the Oz Corp lab. If this looks familiar at all, it's because it's basically the same place that we escaped from with Venom. So we have some of the same gimmicks. And I'm sure that this battery is going to come in handy somewhere. In fact, we've got lots of battery things that we can mess with down here. And some foes to fight. Now, you'll notice that Iron Man's combos have he's got, some punches, but he also has the thing where he fires the laser from his arc reactor. He can fire the repulsor shots from his hands. And his suit has a little bit extra layer of shielding, so you don't get your health taken off right away when if they start hitting on you. And of course he has the ability to fly, which we've already seen some of in getting over here. So this means that Iron Man's a pretty complete character, all things considered. Each playset has each of the Marvel playsets kind of has guys who have certain roles. And in the Spider-Man playset, there is a character who flies and shoots blasts, so that you don't ever really need to play as Iron Man other than to unlock the handful of extra missions that you get from bringing him into the playset. But you can play as Nova and essentially do all the things that Iron Man does, with some small exceptions. I don't think Nova has the extra shielding that Iron Man does, and obviously Nova's just not as cool as Iron Man is. But as you can imagine, with the Avengers being kind of broken up in the aftermath of Civil War, we're going to be leaning on Tony Stark a lot. So I thought it would be kind of a neat thing to sort of show that idea through the Spider-Man playset, because I'm pretty sure most people who've done this and gone through this playset have done it mostly with Spider-Man, because I would imagine that would be the most popular character to use. I was also, when I recorded this, I was also under the delusion that Spider-Man was one of the crossover characters for the Avengers playset, and that is not the case. The Avengers playset doesn't have a wall-crawling character, with the exception of when you bring Rocket Raccoon over from the Guardians of the Galaxy playset. But, the two characters who cross over for here, Iron Man, again, you can pretty much use Nova to do anything that you would want Iron Man to do. And then Hulk is the other one, and I would imagine that Venom can pull off the things that you would need Hulk to do. I could be wrong about that, but that would require running around looking at various challenge formats. What we're trying to do here is we're trying to get 3 of these batteries into the middle room here. So we had to manipulate those elevators a little bit to get this second battery in here. But we still need a third battery. And you'll note there's a climbing pipe over here. And there's another door over here that we can explore. And maybe that will lead us to the third battery. And again, just a lot of deja vu here, because we just were in this level with Venom. So let's go hack the computer. The symbiotes never look in very good shape in their boxes here. So we'll just run right by them, and we'll see what's going on back here. Okay, got another computer terminal. And that's taken care of. And there's an enemy on the platform over here, so let's go take care of him. He's going to bring friends. Now, one difference between playing with Iron Man at level 12 and playing with Venom at level 2 or level 3 is that we had not yet unlocked Venom's super attack. And you can see that the purple bar here for Iron Man is full. But back when I was playing, I didn't know how to activate it. I'm also not sure the situation would have warranted it here. When we do see Iron Man's super attack, you'll see that you want to do it mostly when you're in a big crowd of enemies. But, you know, just getting rid of symbiotes here and trying to figure out where the game wants me to go. Radar is not being too helpful at the moment. And it appears that there are symbiotes around every corner. There's some more up here. So I'm going to bash through this vent here, and that's going to sort of bring me around back to where we were. But, you know, trying to find this last battery pack. You can see it says it's about 100 feet, 100 meters. Whatever the value attached to these things are, it could be 100 yards for all I know. Yeah, those guys definitely not in good shape. But let's drop down and take care of these guys. You'll remember that when we were down here as Venom, there were a few guys down here on the floor, and in this case there's a whole lot more of them. And I don't really know how the difficulty setting works. I don't know if the game adjusts to your level, or if the missions just progressively get harder. And if they do progressively get harder, I don't know if we're getting harder because this is the first real story mission of the game, or this isn't one of the Iron Man missions, which they would just have assumed that you would have played through more missions before you got to this one. I don't really have any, you know, any feeling on that one way or the other. But here's some more symbiotes, and you know, one thing about even in combat, and it might be just the way I'm doing it, it seems kind of stilted. You know, it's not very fluid. But it does give you a sense. They do pull off a sense of power. You know, every time you hit something, it feels like you're really hitting something. All right, so here we are again. We still only have 2 batteries here in the middle of the room. We need the third. Now, you notice there's a climbing bar here. But if we climb up this thing, we can't get through that way. So let's see if we can logic this out here. So the missing battery is, well, we're going to need one of these 2 batteries here to get into where the remaining battery is. The missing battery is in what direction here? Come on, I had something before. Where'd it go? Okay, we'll use this to open this door. Okay, now where is that missing battery? Okay, let's go up. Let's try to go up. Anytime. Okay. Alright, so it's back here. So how do I get back there? Let's try going in this door here and getting around all the way around to the other end of this hallway. Yeah, we were just in this area, but we didn't go, must not have gone far enough, or must have missed something somewhere. Okay, so we got to keep going around. Okay, so we're now back here. I don't think we were back here before. Let's keep... Okay, we got friends. Let's go deal with the friends here. Alright. We got another hallway we could try down here. And... yeah. Okay, well... yeah, this seems new. Of course, just what I need is more artillery pieces shooting stuff at me. Let's try to hack this terminal and see if that does anything in particular. Looks like it turned off the floor. I don't know if the floor was dangerous before or not, as the shells just barely miss us. Okay. Gonna try to zoom around. See if that knocks that gun away for a while. And no, it doesn't, because it popped right back up and shot us in the back. So clearly what we need to do is what we did with Venom, and that's have the gun shoot the battery so we can go grab it. And then put this battery in the final plug, and then go adjust the other battery that we used to get in that door. And we'll have all the batteries we need in this one little area.
Ready for an info dump?
Alright, so now what we need to do is we're uploading this information to Shield. So now we have to just keep the upload going, and things are going to try to stop us from keeping the upload going here are just these symbiotes. They're not the most powerful symbiotes the game could throw at us, but they do have a little bit of bite to them, and they are, there are a bunch of them.
Remember this moment.
So, this would have been the point where considering using the super move would have been a good idea if I had known how to pull it off at this particular time. Instead, I just had to keep basically killing them off one at a time, making sure that I focused on the guys who were closest to the database thing first, because they're the ones who would end up doing the most damage to it over time. I also ignored, for the most part, the little glowy bits. They wanted to show up, that was fine, but I needed to stay near the the upload center here. We've got 17 seconds left, and we're in the orange. Now, I don't know how quickly these guys can affect damage on this thing. Now it's in the red, but we're 0 seconds. Upload's complete. We've succeeded. So now we can leave this little area.
You know, I'm trying to work in peace, and I keep getting interrupted by those disgusting goo monsters. They're really cramping my style, hero. Let me tell you what I've seen.
See you next time.